Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Pudgy Boy, and you know what? Today we're just gonna dive right into this. We're gonna talk about sunken ships today. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that. I'll actually wait here and give you a moment. Did you do it? Thank you. Anyways, we're gonna talk about sunken ships today and just kind of critique them. So this is actually a naturally spawning one that we kind of just stumbled across when we were looking for where to build our own at. Um. Now, I know we've all seen completely intact sunken ships, probably seen some washed up on land. I know I've seen a few washed up on land. They vary a lot in design and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying sunken ships are horrible. I mean, this one kind of is. This is the only loot in it, which is paper and a treasure map. And we all know how annoying it can be to find treasures. They can be really cool, and they can have. I mean, they can have up to 3 chests, so there is a chance of getting a good sunken ship. However, again, like always, I just feel like they're lacking a little bit of life. Now, I'm gonna do this one a little faster today, because, like I said, we're gonna go through and fix everything. But we're not gonna fix it if it ain't broke. You know what I mean? Sunken ships do not need that much fixing up, in my opinion. And as always, that's where we come in. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fix sunken ships for us. Now, this looks like one of the bigger intact versions of the ship you can get, but I promise you it is very different. So we go down here, we see this sunken ship's got some parts missing off of it. It's got some barrels, it's got moss. It's been down here for quite a while. What we've gone ahead and done is we've tried to make it look aged a little bit. Like I said, sunken ships aren't horrible. The loot you can get in them varies, yes, from diamonds to rotten flesh, but they're not horrible. This I feel is just a little better. And like always, there is going to be lore into this build. Just wait one moment. But before we get into that, we're going to go over a couple of little design choices. For instance, I've already mentioned the mossy blocks, the mossy carpet. It's just to make it look a little more aged. Now, the issue with sunken ships, in my opinion, is they're a little hard to navigate through. In standard survival, I find myself getting stuck on a lot of different objects in them. So we've kind of made it bigger to make it a little easier to traverse, which, might eliminate a little bit of the challenge, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and show you what's in these barrels. So these are supply barrels. So we have one down here that sunk off. It's got some crops, a puffer fish. It's got a couple of apples. It's always good to have apples. Can't apples are decently annoying to get. And here, we've got some cooked salmon, cooked cod. I could have put some rotten flesh in here, but I decided not to. That could just have a chance of spawning. I do understand why rotten flesh and things like suspicious stew are in the chest. It's to kind of give the vibe that this is sunken, but why not just use your design to show that off instead and give your players some better loot instead of giving us lackluster loot with a very, very lackluster design? And I say very, very, but really I just mean a very lackluster design. It's not horrible, it just can be better. And here, over here, we've got some gunpowder, some redstone dust. Almost all of this that we've put in here can naturally spawn in a sunken ship already. We're just going to make it look better, and we're going to make it a little more practical. So over here you see we've got a skeleton in the captain's quarters. You've got a skeleton on the wall, skeleton head on the wall. In his chest, we've got some gold, some diamonds. You've got some iron horse armor and a saddle. Always good to have. You've got his bed. I wanted to give this room a vibe of this is the captain's quarters. When the boat sank, he was just locked in there. And here's where it might get a little heartwarming, maybe a little depressing. So in here, as you can see, we've got, oh my gosh, if I could get in there, we've got some skeleton horses. Back here, we've got some hay bales. We've got another barrel here. This barrel has some carrots in it. So I wanted to give the vibe in here that, unfortunately, when the boat went down, these horses were just trapped in here, and they didn't necessarily die, but they did become skeleton horses, which I would assume would not be a very, very pleasant process. However, skeleton horses are hard to get because you can really only get them when a skeleton army, I believe they're called, spawns at a lightning strike. Personally, I've had that happen around 5 times throughout all of my playing of Minecraft, which is at this point thousands of hours. So I would just like, a chance at getting a skeleton horse from a natural spawning source, much rather than having to base it 100% on luck. Yes, we're playing with percentages here, but at least we have the chance to find them instead of them finding us. Does that make sense? Like I said, this is going to be a quick video because the sunken ships aren't horrible. I just feel that they can be improved on a lot. And this design, I feel Mojang could implement this. This is something simple, something that could replace our own sunken ships, and again adds a little bit of life. As like I say, I don't want it. I don't like how the game feels like it's empty, but it's always been that way. It shouldn't feel like it's always been empty. It should feel as if it's been abandoned unwillingly, if that makes sense to people. Anyways, I hope we all like this video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like and a sub. I'm going to stop rambling so much and let you guys get a good look at this design. Just this beautiful mossy layout that we've decided to do. And let me know what you guys think. Do the sunken ships need to be changed? At least a little bit. Like I said, I don't hate the sunken ships. They're probably one of my favorite naturally occurring structures in Minecraft, but they just need a breath of life, just like a lot of builds in Minecraft do. A lot of builds in Minecraft are just a little outdated, and I really hope Mojang takes the time to fix them. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Pudgy Boy, out.